This is Amaria Sweet with Heart Mind Expressions, and today I've got a really special guest with an awesome mission. Love her big heart. This is Alora Clough. She is Mrs. Arizona Petite competitor, and got some fun things that we're going to talk about today. I'll just kind of let you introduce yourself a little bit about what you do to kind of just start just on the platform that you're doing for what you're carrying out here.
Yeah, with Petite, USA Petite, I'd actually found them on Facebook. It was an ad, and I was like, I'm not so sure about this. Like, it looked really cool because I'm 4'8", so I'm like really short. I didn't think I'd ever be in a pageant again because the last one I was in, I was about 6, 7 years old, so it was quite a while ago. So I was like, I signed up. Within like 2 weeks, they're like, you're accepted. You're Mrs. Arizona, and I was like, this is so exciting. I'm pretty pumped up about this. And so then I started researching what it would take to be in a pageant, and I did not realize like the platform or anything like that. So I felt a little bit like, oh, what am I going to do? And then as I thought about it, I was like, okay, what is something that I value most? What is something that is like my core value of who I am as a person? And something that I've always been very drawn to is helping and serving other people. It's something that I've always wanted to do and always do. I grew up LDS, and so we're taught to serve everybody and love everybody, and so I was like, I want to do that as part of my platform. So mine is Uplift Humanity. And the irony of that and the timing, everything we're going through right now, because the first project that I started with my platform is I did these care packages because I am a stay-at-home mom. So, I understood what it's like being a mom, knew at that and everything. So I was like, I want to put care packages together for my moms here and their new baby thing. And it was insane of how many people came in and they're like, oh, I need this. I need this. And at the same time, this is when COVID was happening, like the very start. This was the beginning of this year, and everyone was having a hard time finding diapers, toilet paper, wipes, that sort of thing. And so I was able to give this to people that really, really needed it. And I was like, man, I cannot imagine being in their situation right now because my kids are slightly older, so they're not newborns. They're not going through as many diapers. So I was able to give what I had to those near in my community. And I was just like, this is just crazy of how fast this like was able to go into action. I had people donating blankets, donating socks, hats, everything so that I could continue to do it because it was coming out of my pocket. It was really hard to do that being a parent. So my kids come first. So it's like I'm trying to get this going, but I felt like so empowered in that moment of this is what a community can do when we come together. So that's kind of how it all started. Was with the mom care packages and baby care packages, and so that's kind of how it shot off, and that's how I knew that this is my platform. This is definitely my comfort, where this is where I feel very strongly about. And it was just everybody was like, "Oh, the timing of this, like with COVID going on," and that didn't even cross my mind. I had been planning it for a few weeks, so COVID hadn't really shot into the U.S. yet. And so I was like, oh, I'm going to do this. And they're like, oh, the timing of this is great. And I was like, I wasn't thinking about that. I was just trying to think of how to help my community. So that's kind of how it started out, is with that project.
Wow. That's such an awesome mission. And she's right. Timing is right. When we are flowing, it's so cool how the universe like totally puts you where you're supposed to. God knows, like all of that, the above. And that's so beautiful that you were able to be there to help a lot of mamas that were.
Yeah, because I personally have struggled with postpartum depression, postpartum anxiety. I had some pretty intrusive, scary thoughts. And so I was like, I want to make sure that those mamas out there realize that they're remembered and that people think about them too, and that they are like, hey, yeah, you just had a baby and everybody's wanting to attend to this baby, but you matter too. Because I definitely did not feel that way fully by people outside of my home, because my husband was very well aware that I was struggling. So he was like, what can I do to help you too? But I didn't have that community quite yet. And so I was struggling with that. So I was like, I want these mamas to know that they matter just as much as the baby does. And so that was definitely my main point with that project.
That's so beautiful. And then to bring the community together like that, I love to see when people step up and communities just rally together like that. That's so beautiful. Now, we've talked just a little bit about a family-friendly homeless shelter that's the big ticket right now, as far as on your platform that you're really wanting to help to save. And do you want to kind of talk a little bit about that homeless shelter so people are aware?
Yeah. So how I first heard about the homeless shelter was through my mom. I had never even heard about the shelter here located in my own town. And I've been here for about, at this point, about 3 years. So I was like, we have a homeless shelter? I didn't even know that. And my mom was saying, yeah, they're going to shut down someone who goes there. Because with her job, she helps people find work and find resources for those who are struggling to get on their feet and are low income or not making any money. So that's her job. So she was like, maybe you can do a fundraiser, use that with your platform and stuff. I was like, most definitely. I wanna bring some awareness to this. And so I looked into it, and they had just barely gotten a grant. Like the day of that it was supposed to close, at the end of June, beginning of July, they got a grant that day to keep it open. So, that anticipation of, are we going to even stay open, or oh my gosh, like what are we going to do? And they have quite a few people come through. I'm not sure how many, like a year or anything, but I got to go today to see those people who come through and use their program. And they don't even have enough room to keep everybody there. Like some people they have a shower program and things like that. And just, it was insane. I was just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that they were that close. And so I called them immediately. I was like, hey, what would it take for me to help you guys? Like, is it all right if I start a fundraiser? Da 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 da. And they're like, absolutely, just go for it. Of course, they were like at first, like, what is it, USA Petite? Like, I've never heard of this. Is she legit? Like, is this real? So, there was hesitancy on both ends because they had never heard of USA Petite. And so they're just like, but it worked out. I've gotten to meet a lot of and all of them, and I love all of them. They're absolutely amazing. I love the energy that's there. It's very relaxed. They're very loving. They even say, like, we do it more to help our community than the pay, because Julie, like, says multiple times, you definitely do not get paid a whole lot working there, but she was saying that they love what they do and that they would do it over and over again. But yeah, so I put this fundraiser together, and so kind of the main point of it was to have those with talents, so singing, dancing, cooking, reading a book that you've written, the list goes on, whatever you want to do, because I've done cosplay. I do makeup and stuff for my talent on my
heck yeah, girl. Yeah, I love steampunk, so I'm with you right there, baby.
Yeah, I've only been doing cosplay for like a year, like as of September, a year. So I haven't been doing it for very long. I'm very new at it.
Oh yeah, girl, one of these days we are so cosplaying.
Yes. Oh my gosh, there's so many other pageant girls that are like, we've got to cosplay together, because they cosplay too. And I was like, this is so cool.
That's
like,
so cool. Yeah, I love that. It sounds like there's a good group too.
They're amazing. The girls,
right?
The girls are just so like loving. Like, we've helped each other find outfits. We've talked about what ways we can improve on our makeup, or like what products to get. Like, it's just like the best. Because when my first pageant, when I did it at 6, those girls were mean. Like, they did not like me. It was not the best vibes or anything whatsoever. But then this group of people, I'm like, I actually feel like this is a sisterhood, and I'm not like. And then like we compliment each other, we're cheering each other on. Like, this is like the most supportive group I've ever seen pageant like wise. So they're amazing. I love them so much.
I love that. Oh my God, what an awesome group to be able